Hello and welcome to another free code session. My name is Jason Bach, and we're going to do the options thingamajig in StaticCast. So what I want to do is, if I come over here, I basically want to generate this. I'm not going to put them in a namespace. I'm just going to keep it this way. Okay, so this is what, well, not the test thing, but this is what I want to generate. And then everybody can use it after that. And then with all my methods, I'm always going to return a, basically what I'm calling bool was invoked, and then t value. Okay. That's what I always want to return. So bool, and t is not like the t that's in the StaticCast. This is the method return type, or unit. Okay, that's what I want to do. So the first thing we want to do is this. The way to do that is, if you see here, context register post initialization output. This gives you the ability, yes, I'm in a branch. Did this in the previous episode. I was getting a little feisty, a little mad about some stuff. But what do we actually get here? We get a context. And what do we want to do with the context? We want to say add source. And so source text. Okay. So what we could do is we could have a unit builder here. And the unit builder, yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's do that. One of my cats is meowing, so I think I need to open my door, otherwise he'll be sad. Unit builder. Hold on, I'm going to go get him. Well, he saw me by the stairs over there, so we'll see if he actually shows up. Okay, so we want to have that. He's still meowing. It's like, dude, I am here. Okay. Now this just, we want code here like this. Yeah, you don't know what that is, but you will. No, oh my God. That can also be internal. None of these things have to be public. And then we can just say get here because we're going to set it in the constructor. No internal that. Okay. And we're basically going to grab this. We don't need a namespace. We don't care about, well, we do, don't we? No, we're just going to, yeah, we don't need a namespace. Okay. So we're going to do that. I'm going to say var code is equal to that. Okay. And then we're just going to grab all this. Okay. There. And then if we come back here, we see that what we want to do is say source text from that. So this dot code is equal to source text from text writer to string, right? Because that gives you a build, but then we want encoding UTF-8. I said encoding UTF-8. Come on. You know I want that. There you go. Okay. And what are you complaining about? Oh, for God's sakes. yeah, we need to say writer.write. We could technically just say writer.writeLine in this case, because this will actually, what this will do is it will actually do the literal indentation. And at some point I got to update this so that I'm not actually hard coding to T all the time. But yeah, I could say write lines here. Yeah, and say template indentation is a T. And that'd be it. And so then in the StaticCast generator, when we say add source, what we want to do is say new unit builder. Well, first of all, we want to say here unit.g.cs. Okay, and then we want to say new unit builder code. There. So that takes care of that part. Okay. Now the next part is whenever we're doing a method, the members builder here, when we do a should return, if it does not return void, yeah, this is going to be a little different now. For one thing, the return, oh, shoot. That's okay. Return type. If we return void, what we're actually going to return is a bool and a unit. If we don't, what we're going to return is a bool and this whole big thing. There. See, it's simple. Coding is simple. Yeah, right. So we get the signature there. That will not put the thing at the end. And so now we want to say should return. If it does not return void, what we want to say is, it's never easy, is it? It's never easy. If I remember right, let's just .NET reflection invoke. If I remember right, I think what this will do, returns object containing return value of an invoked method or null in the case of a constructor. I think technically what they're saying here is it will, like null in the case of constructor, what they probably should say is or a void method. Okay. So what we want to do here is say var result is equal to that. Okay. So now if we don't return void, we're going to say we did invoke it and this. Okay. And we're going to cast that to result. Okay. If we don't, what we're going to do is say return true unit instance. Right? Because this is casting that to whatever it is to that and saying result. And if it didn't, we don't care. We just, there will technically be a, this result is never used or whatever. We don't care. Yes. And if I remember what I just did here, yeah, it returns a unit. So this is the unit instance. And the unit builder has a unit instance. Okay. Got to check all my things. So then here, let me say should return. Okay. Actually, yeah, we don't. Let's do that just to be well, tends to be more consistent E. And we'll do this here too. We don't need the suppression operator anymore, I don't think. We could... Well, no, we should be able to cast it to whatever it is. I don't think we need the suppression operator thing anymore. This is just going to say whatever you give me is what you give me. So I don't think we need this anymore. And then should return this. Return for no assignment. If it returns void, what we're going to do is we're going to say return false unit instance. Okay, otherwise we're going to say return. Yes, here we want to say false default. Okay, and we will not put that there. We are going to put that here. Okay. All right, I think we just did it. We did it, folks. We did it. Don't need to run tests. Don't need to do anything. This is perfectly fine. Right? Ship it. Well, I do think that this is going to be enough, because if you should return, let's call this return value. That's a little bit more for invocation. And this is for no invocation. Okay. Because if we called it unit instance, if we don't, and let's be a little bit consistent here in terms of what we're doing above. Let's move this here, pull that over here. There. Okay. So if we don't return void, we're going to do that. Otherwise, we're going to do that. And so now you can take the return type and do it. Okay. Now, if I build this, this should still build. We can run the unit test, or we're going to break all the unit tests. You know, that's a given, because they're assuming code to be of a certain format. But let's try to guess it first here. Okay. The diagnostics, actually, I think we're golden, because we don't actually generate any code in these. That was a good call in the last episode. Good call, me. Patting my shoulder, at least for now. So yeah, hold on. Generator builder. Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, we're going to have var unit code. That's going to be actually, let's put that up in a const here, because we want to say private static read-only unit code, which is equal to, I mean, I could pull it out of here and say this is exactly what it's going to be, but we know that's what this is going to be. Okay. If what I just said made any sense. String. You need to be a string, not staring, string. You're not being, oh, const. Now you're just not being used, right? Yeah, unused field. That's okay. So what we want to have down here is now, for example, we're going to have this, but we're also going to have unit StaticCast generator tests unit code. Yeah. And I don't think it matters, but let's just put it in the order. I think it's going to do the unit first and then that one second. I don't know. I don't care. Just going to do this. Okay. So that way we don't have to generate that for every test, because it's going to be there all the time. Now what we need to do here though is say public static bool unit work. We say var result here, and we return a true with a unit of instance. And then when I'm doing the members builder, I think it'd be nice if we had a space there, don't you think? I agree. So we're going to say return false unit instance. Okay. That way. And so now this is technically, yeah, that's interesting. Can you say that? You can't just, no, you have to. That's saying a discard. Well, let's see what happens. The other cat came in. Hey, Mitty. Let's see. Expected 3, but was 2. Well, we do say add a source here. Register post initialization output. So that should work. Unit builder, we do say this code is equal to that. And so we get source text, write the lines from the text writer. Yep. Yep. Let's see if we actually get into the code. I don't want diagnostic tools up. Go away. Okay, so you do get there, right? Looks like it did what it was supposed to. So it registered that. And then do we ever get here? That's a little unexpected. I would have expected it to do this. All right, so we know it does the... No, not there. We know it does this, okay? Does it not get there anymore? Maybe the code that I just changed is not correct. Okay. It's definitely a possibility. Though you think if... What, it would think there's no diagnostics, but it doesn't actually build? Oh. I'm being stupid. What happens if I have a public class caller? Hey. Hi, Minnie. Want to come up here? The elder cat has entered. And I say public static void call foo, or I say test. Wait, you want to come up here? Come on. Come on. He's butting his head against my arm. Come on, matey. Come on. That's okay. If I say here var underscore, does that actually... Yeah, that totally breaks everything. And that makes sense because it's returning. I can just say that and that's fine. Okay, that's my fault. Mitty, you're... Come here, buddy. Come on. Come here. Come on. Come on. There you go. There you go. Here, I'm going to get my cat on YouTube. See? There's he, kitty. There's kitty. You want to look up here? Nope. Okay. Just stay there. Okay. He might pop his head up once in a while, right? He's like 15 years old. So, but he's a very nice kitty. Very good kitty, right? Yes, you are. Okay. And maybe you can pick up the purring on the mic. We'll see. He's got his face right next to the mic. Probably can't see it, but that's okay. Okay, we still failed. That's interesting. We thought we'd be too... Oh. No. Wait, do I actually have too much? We don't want that there. And do we have that actually here too? Yes, we do. Okay. We want that actually to be there. Okay. And this should just be, okay, let's give it another try. No, that's not test code. Right, Mitty? He walked away. He walked away. Yeah, I ran all these. Well, what did this one do? Why do you think there's so much there? Okay, are you good now? Are you going to stop it? Still failed. Oh, yeah, that's right. You want the extra line there. Because reasons. Okay, so now we're back to here. So what did we do wrong here? Oh, just on the false. Because what here? Yeah, you don't tab over. Okay, before we do that though, I want to try something. Can you actually just put this at the end of the line? No, you can't. It must be on its own line. Okay, fine, fair enough, fair enough. It just seems to end up putting an extra line there, and that's not what I want. And we pass. Okay. All the other tests have to change, in the tests assembly. I get that. What I'm going to do is shut down, start up again. And I'm going to go into the integration tests and see. I'm going to have to change some stuff around. But now I should be able to have a better check to say, like, I don't have to have this Boolean static thing. I can actually say, did you call it or did you not? And that should give me a better chance. So I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. Except now things are going to be very different because these return values. Well, you don't, but you will. Because iMethodReturn definitely returns an int. So what we can do here is we can say var was invoked result is equal to that. And of course, it's going to be like, I have no idea, assert that was invoked is true. That's all we care about. In fact, I don't even care what the result is here. You can do whatever you want. Not implementing this returns. We can get rid of that. We can say, make this expression body member. Get rid of that. Make this expression body member. Get rid of these to force the issue. Get rid of these to force the issue. This is much cleaner. If this works, this is much cleaner to me. We could say 2 here. Like we could say result. Whoops. Yeah, in this case, we don't care. Assert that result is equal to 1. Yeah, it has no idea what result is. And this one, we want to say was invoked. That's true. And in this case, we're going to say this should be 2 because we called that one. Just because. In this one, we're saying that you didn't call it and was invoked is false. And again, we don't care what was invoked was, or what the result is. It could be default, it could be anything, but really it's basically saying it's undefined. Okay, same thing down here. Not implementing. This can just be that. Just be that. That goes away. that goes away. That will go away. These go away. Much cleaner. So here we say var was invoked result. Because in this case, we just want to say, hey, in the void cases, we should always get a unit instance. Assert that was invoked is true. Assert that result is same. Yeah, the reference is same as unit dot instance. It doesn't know what that is, so it is generating that. What's kind of interesting is that like it hasn't barked at any of that. That's kind of interesting. That was invoked is false, and we should always get the okay. Kind of interesting in the void case, I actually do care that you are always getting unit instance back. Was invoked is true, should be that. And then last but not least, should be that. This should be false. False. Okay. Overload test we haven't done, property test we wouldn't have done, indexer test we wouldn't have done. Does it build? No. A type StaticCast int already contains a definition for result. Sad face. Sad, sad face. What about the one that we got to actually work? We would have had result there. Oh. What if... Oh, these don't exist anymore. But what if, what if, I never thought of that. Oh, son of a gun. Okay. The thing that just went through my head was, well, what happens if that was result? Or what happens if that was interface method? Or what if, I could have a whole bunch of collisions here. And we wouldn't want that. That would be bad. Though I'm not sure why. Okay, unit looks awesome. What about StaticCast? So we have, because we haven't run a test for that. Well, it's minor details, a parentheses here, a comma there. It just happens. It just happens. StaticCast members builder somewhere here. Is it in the signature? Yeah, it was in the signature. That would be important. That would be really, really important. Okay. Shut down, start up again, right? Be back in a bit. Okay, I came back. We're close. This is true. That's gone. Was invoked is false. But there's also another thing in here. Unboxing a possibly null value. Yes, we do want result there. Okay, so I have to shut down and start up again one more time. That's okay. But when we say return, we want to say we are casting this whole thing with result. Because the invoke that's actually coming back, that will just be an object. And it's a question mark. It could be null. It may not be null. It doesn't know. So what we want to say is we are... Well, okay. There are a couple things that are coming ahead here, okay, that I need to refine other than my notes. One, it's possible that we're going to collide with parameter names that we have no control over with the implementation in the method. Okay, that's one. The other one here is if the return type is a nullable type, it's not nullable. We'll just say that. E.g. int, string, etc. We have to put a after. So let's back that up. After the cast, yeah, after the cast on result in value for invocation. If it is nullable, e.g. int, string, etc., we don't have to do that. Well, tune in next time. I'm way over on this one. Or do we? I don't know. Yeah, tune in next time, because that's something that I'm not sure if you... Yeah, because the error is saying here, I looked at the error, unboxing a possibly null value, because we're casting it to an int, and this could be saying it's null. And now if it was int, I don't think it would give me that error, because it's saying, oh, that's possibly null. You want to cast it to something that's also possibly null. So yeah, fun there. I got to play with this for a little while to see what's the right logic here. And this does matter for using the option type approach that I'm going with here. It definitely does matter whether I can always just say, put an exclamation point there to say, I know better. Which I think that's what I'm always saying is, I know that that this can be casted, it's okay. And I would know that because I know what the signature is. It just looks weird if you're saying cast it to a string. Yeah, I'm wasting time just sitting here thinking about this, but I think I'm close. I'm going to do another episode. I'm going to do some work off camera to fix this. This, though, this first one becomes a whole nother issue in and of itself, because like I said, what happens if you do have a parameter here called interface method? This is going to collide with it. I'm almost 100% positive. And so I think what would be an interesting tweak is to make a local method. No, that wouldn't help at all. I could make a local method that's not static and closes over those values there. But even in that case, I don't know if that would actually help or not. Yeah, that's going to be a tricky one. It's definitely going to be a tricky one because I don't control what those are. Always more to try, always more to think of. So, but that's the fun of this. So next episode, hopefully I'll have some thoughts on this stuff because I got to get the properties to finish this out. Thank you all for watching. Leave comments and questions below. See you in the next episode.